All right, good evening. We're going to do a whole thing about ricotta tonight, making your own ricotta and making your own other cheeses. So I have got 2 thermixes out because I've already pre-made one lot of ricotta. I am going to, I have actually saved it in my week. But so you've got the homemade ricotta recipe there, but what it actually is as well is you've got the ricotta, making the ricotta recipe within the ricotta dumpling recipe. So what we're going to do is we'll do that first. Let us start cooking. So it's 1,500 grams of full cream milk. I used 1,500 before, so I'm assuming, unless I make perfect. 1,505. And then measuring cup on. And so it's 10 minutes, 80 degrees, speed 2. So you're warming up the milk. And then once that's done, we'll add the vinegar. But I'll get that started. And then we'll go to our other one over here. There we go. And do the same recipe. So my week, see if we can get that. There we go. So I'll just wait till Caroline comes on. So ricotta dumplings with Napoli sauce. So we've actually got our ricotta going in one machine. So I'm actually going to scroll down and you can actually see that there's different segments of the recipe. We've got ricotta cheese. Let's see, it's a bit shiny there, isn't it? Oh, it's all shiny. No. If we turn the machine itself. There we go. No. All right, we'll see what we can do. Okay, so you've got ricotta cheese, and then the next step is the dumplings. So we're not going to do the dumplings yet because, oh, actually, yes, we are, because I have actually pre-made ricotta. So I've let it drain in my nut bag in my basket. And let me take a piece out for you. There we go. So I thought I'd shorten the process by having one batch ready. So I'm going to click on the start of the dumplings steps. And we're going to toss in 100 grams of bread, stale or frozen, cut into pieces. So I just grabbed some out of the freezer. I'll use mostly the, oh no, oops. Yeah. Okay, 72. Not quite enough, but that's fine. We shall just crack on. So 85 grams, 100 grams of Parmesan cheese. So I have pre-chopped it. Grams. Okay, half a lemon zest only, no white pith. So what I've actually done is I've obviously peeled my lemon, but to always, especially when you're doing lemon and sugar, always put your lemon wrapped in tea towel and paper towel, because it actually dries it out and you get a better result when you're milling it. So that's half a lemon, 2 sprigs of fresh basil.
How do you get it peeled? Do you just do it with vegetable peeler, Lisa?
I do, but you've got to be really careful just to be thin and not get any of that white pith on it.
Yeah.
So you peel as sort of, yeah, as gently as you can. But I use my thinner peeler, not my wide one, with the big teeth. I get a better result when I just use it's actually a Tupperware one that I use. Yeah. So 2 sprigs of fresh basil, 2 sprigs of oregano. So as we know, it's very hard to get any herbs at the moment. So I'm just gonna pretend that's 2 sprigs of oregano. Teaspoon of sea salt. I was actually, even lucky just to get basil today. It's been all right. So we'll pretend that we've got a teaspoon as well. I took all my stuff out last week and then didn't replenish my drawer. That's all right. So next, 10 seconds, speed 9. Dial her up. Alrighty, so add the reserve ricotta. So it wants all of it. Let's just show you that first. That's a beautiful thing. Here. Just break that up. And there. So measuring cup. So 15 seconds, speed 4. Oh, speed 3. So combining into a crumbly yet combined consistency is achieved. Let's see what we got. All right. Okay. Might end up, it's crumbly, but hopefully I should be able to do something with that. Let's pop this over here. Right, grease vermi tray with the oil. So I have already done that. Always good when you do anything that might end up be sticky. So wontons, all that sort of stuff. Spray the tray and the base. Using wet hands, squeeze ricotta mixture into walnut-sized balls, to form dumplings and put them on the greased tray. All right, let's put that down. So still a bit of ricotta that wasn't completely smushed up. That's all right. All right. So I love the fact that they think that people have had a lot of experience with walnuts to know what a walnut size is, but I'm pretty sure I think I do. Obviously, it's not baseball size. So about that. But I do know, like with meatballs, when you're doing meatballs in tomato sauce, so you've got your blade cover on, and you actually do your meatballs on top of the blade cover, you want to make sure it's really nice and firm. All of your meatballs, so that they don't disintegrate. So it doesn't give me an idea of how many. That's all right. We'll just give it a go. All right. More. So has anybody made this before or made their own cheese before? So I know that you can make halloumi and paneer. I've done paneer before. That was really good.
No, I haven't tried any of this.
Oh, haven't you? Oh, so I absolutely adore this Indian dish called malai kofta. And so you make your paneer and then you make it into balls, and then it's just the most, it's a vegetarian dish, but it's just absolutely gorgeous. So I made that one time, and I've got my eye on halloumi as well. I'd love to give that a whirl. I haven't seen what other ones that we could do, but there's stacks and stacks of stuff that you can make with your fresh cheeses. And there's actually a recipe, it might be a vegan one, for sliced cheese. So we'll have a look at that in a minute once we're going.
I wonder if I've got anything. I'm into goat's cheese at the moment.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, there's quite a few goat's cheese recipes.
There's
a lot that say goat's cheese or ricotta.
Okay.
Which is good. So then you've got a choice of what you've got. But yeah, I haven't had a lot of experience with goat's cheese, I have to admit.
No, I haven't, except it was recommended to have it because I can't have a lot of dairy.
Ah, okay. Yeah. I've made it
so expensive.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, of course it is. Of course. Okay. But yeah, you can make because I know that you can make vegan parmesan and stuff like that with yeast flakes. So that's really good. Especially check out Quirky Joe for vegan cheeses. She's amazing. All right, so next on that, so it says 40 grams of white vinegar. So let's finish this one. And we will put in our white vinegar. Whoops. So it's only 37 because I spilled some earlier. And it's already separating. That's okay. So then it's another 2 minutes at 90 degrees speed 1. And then you pour it out. I've got a second nut milk bag and second basket to get it going. It's all right. This made a few. Things.
They look good.
Yeah. I'm quite impressed. So as always, we separate things in our varoma, whether it's on the tray or on the base, because we want the steam to come through. So I'm just going to use my spatula, scrape out, just collect that last lot. I'll have to use my Hallwork vacuum on the floor after this. Bit crumbly. So throwing stuff. So just like blue tack, just pick it up from the bottom of the bowl. All right. So what I will do is I'm just going to use the same bowl and ignore the fact that it's probably going to say to me, oh no, didn't say wash and dry the bowl. Excellent. Excellent. We always love a recipe that does that. All right. Let's just make sure. Yep, lid fits on. Lovely. Okay. So it's actually quite a lot of liquid once it separates. So I've actually got a really big, I've started packing. So I'm just adapting and overcoming tonight with what I've got. So it says allow to sit for a minute. So I'll watch the time. Oh, while it does that, I will do my 1 brown onion cut into halves, 2 garlic cloves, which of course means 3 to 5 garlic cloves. Insert measuring cup. Next, so speed 7, 3 seconds. So scrape down the sides. So when you're just chopping an onion on its own, the difference between speed 7 and speed 5 for chopping is actually that speed 7 is a wetter chop and speed 5 is more like you've chopped it yourself and it's a drier chop. I'm not quite sure how to describe it any more than that. Yeah. So give it a try one time where you just chop an onion at speed 7 for 3 seconds and another one at speed 5 for 3 seconds. There's definitely a difference because when we had the TM31s, it was always speed 7 for 3 seconds, but you'll see that a lot of recent recipes have speed 5. And with your oil, always pour straight through, and then I wanted 30 grams, so I pulled up at 25-ish, and I've just gone over. That's all right. Okay, so place simmering basket instead of measuring cup. We can do that. I'll use the other one. And 3 minutes 30, 120, speed 1. Okay, so that has really separated. Let me tilt down so that you can see. Now clear liquid out of the way. So then I'm going to pour through into there. So it says not to let it. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back in the bowl. There we go. So I'm already getting some water. It said use a big jug. But of course I packed that yesterday. Not thinking. But the instructions actually say it says milk will separate into curds and whey. Line the simmering basket with a nut bag, done that, or 2 layers of muslin. Pour the mixture in. Allow to drain for at least 10 minutes or up to an hour, ensuring that the simmering basket isn't submerged and the ricotta can drain properly. So I probably left it maybe an hour and a half. And that turned out really well. And it actually says not to squeeze it, just let it drain. Obviously, if you want different consistencies of ricotta, there's different ways of doing it, but I quite liked how that last one turned out. So I'll just sit that there and let it drain. Oh, cracking on tonight. It's good. All right, 1 minute to go. And then we've also got tinned tomatoes, bit of passata. So I know that I can make my own, but I haven't. So, you know, as I always say, there's no Thermomix police. So make with it as much as you want or as little as you want. It's just there to help you in the kitchen. What else? Is there anything else that you guys, would you be interested in seeing halloumi or maybe making some pasta next week? Some fresh pasta or something like that, sort of being on our theme of saving money.
Pasta's good, but don't you need a pasta machine?
Oh crap, I packed it. Okay, you do, and I do have one, but it's in a box.
Oh.
So I'm packing a bit early. So I will have to think of something different then. Good point. Good point. All right, so we've got 10 seconds left. Now, I'm not sure if you guys knew that you could actually preview on the TM6 now, that you can see all the next steps. It's actually jumped me back to the step that I'm on. So next, add 400 grams of canned tomatoes. And as always, garlic and onion smells awesome, just on its own, with some olive oil. Now, also, if you wanted to have your onion cooked for longer, you still have control of your recipe. Even though you're following a recipe, you can always, you can always add time or take time off. You're still in control, as I said. So 400 grams of canned diced tomatoes, 300 grams of passata, a little bit more. Then I'll let that person in. 300 grams. Okay. So the next tablespoon of veggie stock paste. So mine is super brown at the moment because I actually used some portobello mushrooms. I threw some of them in when I was making stock last time, because you can, we make it as it says the first time, and then every time after that you can just use whatever veg is going off in the fridge. Or you can, as stuff is going off, you can throw it in the freezer, and then once you've got enough stuff to make stock, pull it out. 100 grams of water. A bit more. Oh, 115, that'll do. Pinch of pepper. Pinch is what you think it is, what you decide it is. Okay, place simmering basket instead of cup. Then we want to cook for 5 minutes, and then we will be putting our dumplings on. So what I will do, okay, so I'm going to share screen and show you a few things. Share. So I've typed in homemade cheese. So there's actually homemade velvety cheese. Let's have a look at that. It says, oh, it's got 7 ratings at 5 stars. Not that I look at that much. Oh, okay, so it's just cheddar cheese. It's an American thing. All right, that's not as exciting as I thought it was going to be. But I'm going to type in ricotta. Now, I highly recommend the ricotta and spinach crespel cake if you're going to make some ricotta. The ricotta and polenta chips are still on my list. I made them once, but I didn't wait long enough for them to
on my
firm
list.
up. Yeah, definitely on my list. And same with ricotta gnocchi. So I've mastered sweet potato gnocchi. Now it's time to get into ricotta gnocchi. So we're making these dumplings with Napoli sauce tonight. The donuts look ridiculously good. So they're also on the list, because now that I've made 2 lots of ricotta, I'm like, okay, what else am I going to make with it? With the second batch. So macadamia ricotta. So I'm assuming that that is, yeah, there you go. Nutritional yeast, macadamia nuts. So that takes 8 hours and 30 minutes. So that's a little bit more intensive. So there's a lot of cheesecakes with ricotta. Ricotta bread, lasagnas. Those spinach and ricotta patties are also nice. The macaron ravioli, baked ricotta. That's all really awesome. Let me have a look. So all you need to do is type in ricotta, and you got 138 results. Halloumi. Type in halloumi, so you can make your own halloumi as well. So that takes junket tablets. Oh, hang on. Let me stop share so you can see those. So old-fashioned junket tablets. I actually found them in Woolies, I'm pretty sure. So they're super handy. So there's 12 of those, and it takes 4 tablets for your halloumi. Then I wanted to show you the other one that you can make, which is the paneer, which is an Indian cheese. That one's really worth it, the paneer. But that's also the same thing. So this one was 1,500 grams of full cream and 40 grams of white vinegar. So the paneer is 1,850. Plus then also your heating is different. And then you drain for 30 minutes and then you place a weight onto the paneer. So the process is different for that than ricotta. And then you can use it in absolutely delicious Indian recipes, which are making me super chat. Oh, never heard of junket tablets. Yes, I think it was, what did they used to use junket for in like the 70s?
We used to have it as a dessert as kids.
Oh, yes, junket. And you used to have flavored junket tablets. So you'd have strawberry, and would they mix with the milk, but it would be cold or something, and then you'd have,
I can't remember, it was cold, but
yeah. Okay, place our dumplings into position. Here we go. There's all these things that we used to have that I'm not even sure you can get anymore. Can you get I remember you used to make things with the onion soup packet. You'd make your dip and all that sort of stuff with your
French
powdered onion
soup.
Yeah. All right, so 10 minutes of that. And while we do that, might as well do a little bit more exploring. Is there anything else? Does anybody want to have a look at anything on Cookie Do? See what else. So the paneer makhani. So the one that I really like, the recipe is actually from Thermomix Kitchen or something. I actually got her cookbook, and also the really old TM31 Indian cookbook is fantastic. If you can ever get a hold, it's a ring binder one. We actually use the garlic naan recipe out of that, and what you put in the dough is your fried onion flakes that you buy from, or you can buy from Coles or Woolies, but your fried onion pieces, actually put it into the garlic naan dough. Delicious. What else? So let's look at collections. So when you open Cookie Do in a website rather than using the app, you've actually got 2 extra choices. I know in the app you've got the collections. So let me click on collections. So that doesn't give you all English. It's all the different language collections. Ooh, Oktoberfest. Let's have a look at that. Oh, I can actually, no, I can't. There we go, translate to English. Celebrate the Bavarian Festival. So Leakenham pie, Black Forest cake. Yum. So prep, so your pretzels.
Bee stings, that's the way to go.
Yes, that's beautiful, isn't it? Beef stew with buns, Vienna hot dogs. Yeah, not really my thing. All right, let me just filter for English. Oh no, Australia. This one's countries. So Canada. UK, US. And then I'm going to type in cheese. Oh, there you go. Cheese, please. Fondue, blue cheese soufflés, loaves. Oh, yeah, cheese biscuits. Let's have a look. Focus on cheese. Oh, here you go. So paneer, ricotta, halloumi, quark. So that's a really, that's like Polish and stuff like that. They make a lot of stuff out of quark. Let's have a look at the ingredients for quark. Oh, light sour cream. Butterfly whisk. Cook for 40 minutes with the butterfly. Set aside for how many hours? 1 to 2 hours. Okay. Well, that's not too hard. All right, I'll have to explore that one week. Cottage cheese, marinated feta, mascarpone. There you go, goat's cheese. Probably says, oh yeah, goat's milk. Wonder how much goat's milk is compared to the cheese. That'd be an interesting thing to think about, but that's the same, 10 minutes and then 1 minute.
I wonder how that goes. I've got goat's milk powdered milk, and you make it up.
Oh, okay. Surely you could still use that.
Might have a go at that and see if I can make a litre of that and then try it with the lemon juice and just see what it comes out like.
Yeah.
It's about $10 for a little tub of cheese spread, but I did see some in Aldi for about $4, the same.
Oh, wow. Yeah. But if you're using powder, then that'd be a heck of a lot cheaper, wouldn't it?
Well, that's $21 for 400 grams.
Okay. And then so
you have a lot of cups of tea with that.
Yes. Oh, and a little bit of experimenting.
I might give it a go during the week and I'll let you know.
Just a little. Awesome. Oh, that's cool.
So that was in the focus on cheese, wasn't it?
Focus on cheese, yeah.
I'll have a look. Yeah.
Easter cakes. So there's not a lot of just cheese things. But let's have a look at articles. Oh, hello. So there's a couple of articles there. Fermentation and saying cheese. Let's have a look.
Have you done much with the fermentation mode, Lisa?
Yogurt, pretty much only. Now, the key to yogurt is that the basic recipe, if it doesn't have milk powder, then it's a pouring yogurt. If you want thick yogurt, it's all about the milk powder.
Yeah, I had a go. I made some because I use it. I think it's Thermogroover's recipes, and I used it in the fermentation mode. But I ended up for the whole 8 hours cooking it at 70 degrees instead of bringing it down to 45 degrees, and it wouldn't sit.
Oops. Oh dear.
I've got someone going at the moment, and now that's coming down to 45 degrees, and I'm going to cook it tonight on 45 degrees.
Awesome. That's a good idea. That's good. Let me just do my advertising. So at the moment, your purchase gift is a $75 Mix Shop gift card, which is awesome. And come and join my team. So if you know anybody who you never know who might benefit from it, they might be a very busy person, but if they join Thermomix to earn 4 at the moment, you only need to sell 4 in 60 days. And that's pretty much a half price Thermomix. So if you know of anybody who would love a Thermomix, but maybe not be able to swing it, earn 4 is a fantastic way to do it. So it's all through October and November and part of December. Join my team.
Hey, Lisa, how do you get your leads to do them?
So what I did, I actually, so I've got some family and friends And what I did was I just asked each of them to please do me a favor and host a demo for me. And I got them to invite people I didn't know. 2 to 4 people I've never met before. So they've got all sorts of contacts that, you know, from work and all that sort of stuff. And so by the time you've done, say, six demos, and even if you only had 2 people you didn't know at each demo, that's 12 people you've already met in a couple of weeks. And then it just spreads from there, because everybody knows somebody who knows somebody. And I know that Perth is like the craziest city where everybody knows everybody. But you do end up meeting new people, which is really good. Yeah. And it's, you know, you can tell I love it. We talk about food. There's enough talking about food. And yeah, all the awesome groovy things that you can do in a Thermomix. So even if you know people who already have one machine, if they would like a second machine, or if they'd like to gift a machine to somebody and earn it half price, that's a great idea as well. And yeah, try out the business for 60 days, give it a good whirl, and you never know where it might lead you. Yeah, I can't say more than, yeah, join our team. We love it. We have fun. I like to cook different things. Oh, I'm to get started. I want a second bowl in the new cutter. Yes. So the new cutter, we've got 4 days left to earn it as consultants, and then we wait until next year. It's going to be a host reward. Oh my God, that thing is amazing. I got to play with it for a day and it's just fantastic. And that's the other thing. If you sell 6 in your 60 days as a new recruit, you actually get a $125 gift voucher once you've sold 3. And then once you've sold 6, you sell 4, you've earned your Thermomix. Another 2, you get commission, and you get a free bowl blade and lid. Once you sell 6 in 60 days, it's awesome, really awesome. And if I can do it twice, because I joined twice, anyone can do it. All right. Place dumplings as sauce. All right, so let's have a look. So we always lift the lid away from ourselves and pop it upside down. Oh, there we go. And there's our dumplings. They seem nice and firm. And then we plate it up. Hang on, let me show you the sauce as well. There we go. Now, I am a super fan of basil, so I would sprinkle an absolute glob of basil in there as well and stir it, and shaved parmesan. Yeah, so I'll put a picture once I've plated it up and made it look pretty. And then my daughter's got some stuff to eat tomorrow night because she's a vegetarian, and I am going on a scrapbooking thing for the weekend. I haven't been scrapbooking in years and years and years, so I'm very excited.
I just did one of them last weekend. It was wonderful.
Oh, awesome. Oh, lovely. Yeah, it's ladies that I knew from a few years ago. So I'm really looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Yes. So thank you very much for coming along. Did everyone learn a little bit of bits and pieces?
I might have to give them a go during the week.
Yes. That looks really cool. I might just, it might be a little bit hot. Oh, that's nice. Nice, cool. I like that. Yep, excellent. Maybe not 2 thumbs up because I haven't put the sauce with it yet, but very happy. Awesome. All right, so I will see everybody next week. Don't forget that if you actually bring somebody along, if you bring 2 people along, that's actually a demo, and you can get host rewards. So feel free, even if they don't have a Thermomix, bring them along. Happy to show people what it's all about. Yeah, thank you very much, and have a lovely weekend.
Thanks, Lisa. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.
Thank you. Have a good weekend, everybody. Thank you.